What's it been? About like 5 or 6 days since we as a community have solved the scalper issue here. Basically, there's no more scalpers. And I gotta say, you pokey positive people, you're on to something. You actually do. I woke up. I went for a run. I had no issues. I drank one energy drink yesterday instead of two. I didn't need that second one to pull myself off of a slump. Dude, I felt great. I think this pokey positive thing's got my heart feeling all great and smiley. And in vain of that, to keep the Pokemon positivity going, we're going to help some people on my favorite website, r/Pokemon Investing, Pokeinvesting, excuse me. And we're going to help some of those guys out. They have issues. They have questions with cards. And I am here to stick my foot right in there and just give them a nice little helping kick out the door to give them what they need to do. Join me, shall you? Alright, so what do we got right here to start out? We have any advice on selling this? And look, it's a bunch of the Pikachu pretend ones. They got the Mario, Luigi, the full art, and the regular card. And then they have the Mega Charizard X and Mega Charizard Y Pikachu ones. These are fantastic cards. I have a couple of these myself. This is actually one of my biggest regrets from like early collecting. It's nobody's fault. I'm not mad or nothing, but like I was incredibly poor back in the day when these came out and I could only afford a couple of them. So I got the ones that I liked and the ones that Virginia liked, and then that was basically it. I wish I could have got a couple more, but it be what it be. I got Mario, Luigi, and Poncho Charizard set all sequential certs with each other. I fear eBay fees will destroy me, but would that probably be the best bet? So a lot of people are going to have a lot of different opinions based on it. First of all, you have a sequential set, so that's double the cash right there. It's not double, but like realistically, people do pay a bit more for that. It's like the same thing with the stupid swirls. I've never understood it, but there are some people that do put a premium on it, so have at it, you guys. Apparently, eBay fees are the punisher of selling things. I guess that it just ultimately whips that stuff out and just takes that. What I would recommend you could do is if you trust somebody, you could sell them up on Instagram, but Instagram's got randos on it. If you don't know the person beforehand, you're kind of just asking for something, whether it be through PayPal or something. It seems like eBay and PayPal don't generally favor the fucking seller about anything. The buyer is typically the one that's protected, which you do want to see that, but you don't want to see people get absolutely screwed when they're selling a Pokemon card either. So here's something you could do. You could walk these to a convention if you're going to go somewhere, like take these to an actual vendor. They're probably going to pay like 70-80% of what it's worth. They might give you a little bit more because it's sequential, but I would say that might be your best bet in order to get somebody to actually pay a good amount for it. Be covered, be safe, have everything taken care of right there, have accountability because the vendors take it. I mean, that's probably what you could do if you don't want to sell on eBay. That's legitimate advice. I'm not being funny or anything. Take it to one of these conventions, go to like an actual trusted vendor, see what they will appraise it for and what they'll give you for it. And if you like that number, take it. If you don't, hold on to it. Try the eBay sales on stuff too. You can sell things on eBay. It does happen. I just know people tend to get fucked on eBay more than they probably should. Now, hope that helps. Oh boy, we got this question again. Why is the Japanese ultra rare Mew worth only 15 to 20 bucks when it's the hardest pull rate? Oh, that's a good question. I don't even gotta look at what you type down there. I really don't. So here's the good thing about like gold cards. Nobody cares about them. If people can pretend they do. It's the same with rainbow rares. People at one point like wanted to pretend they were, and back in the Sun and Moon era, they were the chase. But the second people got wind of special arts or alternate arts or any of that, that's when everything changed. It doesn't matter the pull rate. It doesn't matter how tough anything is to pull. That's what people just kind of say in order to kind of justify some of the things they do with like the art rare cards. Oh, it's really hard to pull, because it doesn't matter. What people want is what they want. What people want to grade is what they want to grade, and people want the art rares and the special art rares. Nobody gives a shit about any of the gold cards. No one cares about. I think some of the Sword and Shield, excuse me. I think some of the shiny Pokemon gold cards are pretty cool, but a lot of people do not follow that same mindset, and gold cards just kind of get swept under the rug. I mean, like, so the Mew in that set, the actual one where it's floating over the actual Animal Crossing town, I will say that's probably a better card than the gold card. Should the gold card have a little bit of value? I mean, possibly. You're looking at 15-20 bucks. No one cares though. No one cares about gold cards. There you go. That is the ultimate black pill that you're going to be taking. No one cares about gold cards truly, except the ones from Crown Zenith and a couple here and there. Oh boy, it's a popular day for these cards right here. Just wanted the Magikarp until I saw the PSA number, so his friend came home too. So if you can't tell, these are sequential. These are once again the Poncho promos, the Magikarp and Gyarados. These ones are super cool. These are actually the ones that I would want if I was going to get a couple more of them. They really do hit different, I will agree. But this is going to show you that some people do actually really like sequentials when it comes to that. It's the same thing as like the swirls appraisals or like any of the other weird like errors that people kind of put premiums on. People do genuinely care about sequential grading numbers, whether it be from PSA, CGC, Beckett, or any of them. Some people do care. Some people actually genuinely will buy another card purely because it's the next sequential grade. Some people charge a premium for it. I know plenty of people that don't. There's probably just people that'll put it up, and if you buy them all, they'll kind of cut you a deal. But I have seen people charge a premium for these fuckers, so there you go. Just proof that it does happen. Are these worth anything? I don't know. What does Google tell you? I don't know. What does fucking TCG Player tell you? I don't know. What does fucking anybody tell you? What do you mean are these worth anything? Like, that's such a... I'm sorry. Like, I know Poke Positive, you know, let me take it back. So, you can look up any of these cards and see if they're worth anything. You do have a couple of cards that are worth some stuff in here. There's a couple in here that are worth absolutely jack shit. I'll tell you right now, that Radiant Blastoise is going to be worth absolutely fucking nothing. But, I mean, you do have some stuff. The Japanese vintage cards, they're not going to be worth as much as their English counterpart. People don't care about Japanese. They just like to pretend that they do. That Pidgeot, the Legendary Collection one back there, the Reverse Hollow one down there is pretty cool. I think that Ampharos, I mean, you're looking at like a little bit of money. That Dark Dragonite's probably worth something. I mean, especially considering if the condition's all right. You got a little bit of cash here. You got a little bit of stuff. They all pretty much have the same minor edge wear. Have been sitting in a stack for over 18 years. Well, okay, well then if they got a little bit of edge wear, you're probably looking at PSA 6s or 7s. So, do what you will with that. You're looking at some light play conditioning. You can look these up in their light play counterpart. You're not really looking at a ton of money, but I mean, they're worth something. They're worth a little bit. I mean, fucking look it up, dude. Would you sell or would you hold it? Excuse me. Would you sail it or would you hold it? I don't know about sail it, but this is Miriam. This was the chase card from Scarlet and Violet base, and this was like the really stupid, dumb, expensive card in Japanese. I would say you're probably best bet if you don't want, like, I'd hold it. It's not really worth a whole lot right this second. It's definitely one of those cards I could see coming back if the waifu boom comes back. And I could see the trainer boom happening again. I could really see some people pushing some stuff. A couple new influencers, a couple new people just discovering this stuff. All it takes is a couple people to say something is okay. And it gets pushed forward as okay. It doesn't matter the kickback. Doesn't matter how the regular people feel about it. If a couple of influencers or a couple of creators say something is okay, it's okay. And this goes for a lot of things. This goes for a lot of situations. Hell, we demonstrated that a few days ago. It's okay if certain creators say it's okay. If it gets pushed like that and people follow suit, it doesn't really matter what people say. I'd say the trainer boom can happen again. It's really going to take a couple extra things for it to happen since history would have repeated itself. But you never know. It can happen. People can be crazy interested in trainers once again out of nowhere and just sell them all immediately, showing their immediate interest in it. They're only worth the money to me. And sell or hold, would it really be helping people on Poke investing, doing the Poke Positive thing? If it didn't help someone, you need to sell this card immediately. You see that right there? You see the dude floating around? I know it's a PSA 10. This here is a Giratina. That's not Charizard. Charizard's worth the big money, the big stonks. And the big money, big stonks goes for big money. And Giratina is not Charizard. Charizard is the big one. Giratina is not the big one. The big stonks does not follow. The big stonks do follow Charizard. You get what I'm stepping in. You smell what I'm shitting. You get what's going on here. You smell what the kitchen's cooking. It's Charizard's what you need to be investing in. Do that. Sell this card immediately, baby. That's all I got. We helped a lot of people today in their investing tips and their journey forward. Hopefully you learned something today. Keep that Poke Positive energy up. And god dang it, I love every single one of you, you Virgin Gang members, you. Have a great one. Have a good day. Do some investing. And remember, creators say things are okay. God damn it, it's okay.